Hello, my food mood friends. Chandra doing a candid, no makeup. This is me in a normal day. Normal? We're moving today, and it hopefully will be, well, it is going to be one of our last moves. We're moving towards settling down. We've been traveling for 6 years, living out of suitcases. We've been in over 30 homes, probably close to 40 by now, since we last did a count. And in the last 2 years, we've lived in this Airstream for about a year and a half. So we're all packed up. I've been wanting to make this video for a couple weeks, week and a half, but I just didn't make it happen. At one point, I had my makeup done and the Airstream was all fancy. Now it's stripped and it's the last minutes before we close it up. And I wanted to just share with you a little bit.
Welcome! Here is your hostess and coach, Chandra, helping people make food and mood changes doable without missing out. Go ahead, high five that like button, subscribe and share while you're there.
So we've been living in this really small space. This is our kitchen. This is the dining room / couch. And here is our kitchen. And here's the other half of our kitchen. You see our fridge, and there's our sink, and we've got a nice little shelf. Every little space matters when you live in a small space. We put these cabinets in. We put these cabinets in. This is our medicine cabinet. This is where all of our electronics lived. This was my little kid's bedroom. We made little cute shelves for her. Here's her sheets. Then we have this bathroom. You see the climbers on the wall. We have our shower. This is a drying rack that opens up. You can hang stuff to dry. We got our medicine cabinet and our incinerating toilet, our sink, and got the hallway here. And then we head into the bedroom. This is our bedroom. This was our bed. And these beautiful, there's one of my favorite paintings. Our bookshelf, another shelf. And then this was my office. So this would come up and be my desk. I had a chair that sat on a bed. Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm in the Dead Sea, floating in the water. Go ahead and like and share and follow so we can keep in touch. And I've been living in this small space. And the interesting part is that when I met my partner 8 years ago, we met exactly 8 years ago, in 8 years December, I moved out of Sonoma County, and I had truckloads of stuff. Like literally, I was living in a huge house, we called it the mansion, with many other people, 6 people, 8 people, 10 people, and I had a lot of stuff. And over the last 8 years, I've been slowly, well, I did one big push of getting rid of a lot of stuff, and then pretty much every time I come back here, we get rid of more stuff. It's been like the theme of, a big part of the theme of my relation with my partner. He's kind of allergic to stuff. He like sneezes and really gets frustrated with stuff, and he likes to be light and travel and free. And I like to build a home and have stuff that's all comfortable and fun and sweet. And so one of my things that I've learned about getting rid of stuff is that it takes a lot of decision making. So I notice that when I get lazy and I'm like, oh, I just don't want to decide, then I tend to just kind of like pile stuff together in a box or pile stuff. But to really, over the years, I've been fine-tuning this process of like really questioning, like, am I really using it, or do I really love it? And essentially I've gotten rid of probably a few things that I loved or used, but I just decided to go on the less side. But mostly I've kept stuff that is either really useful for us or I really, really love. And it's something that I didn't really want to learn this lesson, but life gave me this lesson. And I'm really appreciative for getting really intentional and really practicing the decision-making skill of like deciding, do I love this or is this useful? And letting the things go, letting a lot of things go that, that I decided not to hold on to. Crazy big process. And one of our friends just came to visit our Airstream a couple weeks ago, and she lives in a van, and she was like, "Wow, I'm really impressed with how simple and how not cluttered your space is." And it's one of the big, yeah, give me 1 second, I'll be right there. Packing, moving day. And I lost my train of thought. The decision muscle of letting go and simplifying and having less stuff, and how this space has really taught me about how nice it is to have as little as possible, to be kind of minimalistic. So 8 years ago, I literally had truckloads of stuff. I mean, I remember getting rid of like 6 garbage bags of clothes alone, and lots of other stuff. My mom got a lot of stuff. My brother got a lot of stuff. A lot of my friends got a lot of my stuff. And I'm kind of looking forward to building a new home, and one that is actually having less stuff. I want to go for like more of a Zen style and really have the simplicity. I notice that I can like breathe a little easier, and it's like this yeah, it's a good feeling. So we're moving. We're moving out of our beautiful little home. We really love this little Airstream. We're potentially selling it. We have so many things that have like every few days, lots of things are changing. So we're not totally sure if we're selling it, or we hope we can hang on to it and have it as like a little spare unit for our guests or mother-in-law, or yeah. But we're moving into a home after 8 years of me being on the road with my partner. We did live in Israel for 11 months. That was the longest we stayed one place. And yeah, we're going to continue traveling, but having a home base. And yeah, so I just wanted to drop in and talk about mostly the decision muscle of deciding, do I love this? You know, my partner, he comments a lot on like how Americans, we like to have a lot of stuff. You know, we drive by and we see garages open and they're just packed full of stuff. And I do think it is a bit of an American culture thing to like hoard and have a lot of stuff. And coming from someone who has had a lot of stuff, it's really empowering to put the effort in and make those decisions. Decisions are hard. They're like, our brain doesn't want to decide. Our brain wants to put decisions off. And when we just pile things in boxes or pile things in corners or pile things in the garage, it's that not wanting to make a decision or not really choosing. And there's an inner compass inside of each of us that can say, I love this, or this is really useful, or I'm ready to let it go. It's a powerful tool. I definitely feel lighter and clearer and more connected to the things I do have and less cluttered by all the things around me. So if I'm not actually sure what I'm going to title this video: minimalism and living in an Airstream, decluttering and decision power. But there is a really, really valuable thing here. So know that it's possible. Know that you can go through your stuff and get rid of stuff, and there's benefits to it. And I'm moving. So this is our little home. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And I will not be here by the time this video goes live. Have a beautiful day. And yeah, this is like back scenes in my life. I wanted to do one with no makeup, and then me and my travel, we're moving like in an hour. It's cool. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.